Hi, God, how do I start this? Hello, firstly, you can see me in the reflection there. Sorry about the wobbly nature of the video. I was just hoping to be able to get as much of the screen as possible when recording to give you an idea about exactly how this thing works. It's actually, do you know, I was kind of going through it and trying to work out what I could show, and there's a lot to it. It's not as simple as it first looks, so I'm going to try and just kick off and keep it as simple as I possibly can. And that is, I'm going to start with explaining just exactly what the menus are, and then we'll kick off. So, like LSDJ or Nano, not Nano Loop possibly, I don't really use it. Like LSDJ though, if you hold down select, you can move through the different screens. There's no real difference here. We'll start with something that may be familiar. So the pattern screen, and then you have, to the left here, you have the song screen, and then I think up is, that's the knobs on the top. And then down is the memory, so saving stuff. This menu at the bottom here doesn't appear while the song's playing. It took me a while to work that out. But never mind, it's to stop it from corrupting, basically. So it's got a non-corruption feature built into it straight away. Let's go across. Notation, so you've got actually a keyboard to use. Those symbols will help you. I've kept it simple because these are all exactly on the same octave. So they will change shape depending on where you are on the octave. I think I click that. I can't remember how that part works, but you can change the shape, I think. I'm really messing with stuff. But you can basically change the octave, I think, on the fly here. Not that it really matters. You don't normally use that pattern. It's just nice to have. This is resonance and cut off. I haven't really played with that too much yet. And then BPM, LFO output, sync options. Not enough time to go through those. Let's get to the operation. So here's the pattern. I've made it really simple. I think this is just like a major scale or a minor scale. It doesn't matter. But this is just a standard scale. Everything is all on the same octave. Okay. So with that in mind, there's nothing too special about that. But you have these sections here that you can. They have functions, but you can adjust and change these for different effects. I think you've got your square or sawtooth there. Affecting these will change the sounds that you get. Basically, there's not a lot to go into without boring you to tears, but you can do some funky things like change the octave up. Okay, so this is where it sort of gets to the point where you have almost like infinite control on the weird stuff that you can do. So you can add in kick drums alongside. I just didn't because it gets messy. But you have a section of drums that you can add in on the right hand side. And let's give you an idea of what they sound like as well. So let's chill those out for a bit there. So yeah, on this side, obviously, you put your notes in, looking up arpeggio. If you know arpeggios, no scales, this is going to be a doddle for you. But for the most part, the world is your oyster. That's not the basic part of it. That's just like where you put in all your info. If you go up, this is where all the magic happens. So this is where you can actually affect all of the different parts using the controls at the top. So let's show you pitch. And then you've got cut off. You've got an oscillator down the bottom here. Have a play with that. I'll say, if I remember which button does what. Oh, maybe I've switched it off, haven't I? Distortion. And that's just those settings. Okay, right, so that kind of gives you an idea of how they work, and then of course this isn't just your only pattern, so you've got the opportunity to do loads of patterns. It's the only thing that becomes frustrating with the whole setup is loading and saving patterns is an absolute arsehole. I'm an old man, I'm going to have to just sit down and just take the weight off my back there. This section here is where you add in the patterns, but loading and saving them is just such a pain. Once you get used to it, I don't think it's too much of an issue, but I found this was the hardest thing to use. This bit's a bit of a pain to use. Those are awful patterns, but you kind of get the picture. You know, once you save a basic pattern, you can play with it to your heart's content, and that's what I really like about it. So, like with this particular instrument, I'm planning to kind of just make myself a bunch of nice, spicy, weird sounds, and then just get some, like, perhaps some drums, either on LSDJ, maybe even Korg DS10. I don't know. That's just a sample that you can noodle for hours and hours. Only gripe would be the patterns, but I'm sure, like everything, once you've got overloading the patterns, it will be a doddle, but they just weren't very easy to begin with. I know it's not very long, it's actually a 6-minute video. I know it's not that long, but if you're interested in seeing something more of after this video, give me a yell and I'll do another one. But that might give you an idea about exactly what to expect. Thanks for your interest, and I hope you enjoy it.